Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder again with another AITA story for you. This one is, am I the astronaut for not cutting my hair to match my niece? My 26 female brother, Mike, 29, recently moved near me because of work. We're now half an hour away from each other. We were 4 to 5 hours away most of our adult lives and usually only saw each other during Christmas at our parents'. Mike is living with his fiancée, Sarah, 30 female, and her daughter from a previous relationship, Eve, 6. Sarah works from home as a freelancer. Ever since the move, I went to hang out at Mike's a lot because I miss him. Sarah and I got along okay, but Eve was attached to me from the start. She said I look like one of the princess dolls she has. Thus, our friendship is born. One of the activities Eve and I enjoy is styling our hair. Our hair is very similar. Long, blonde, fine, and super straight. We enjoy braiding, curling, and ornamenting our locks, and Sarah has had short hair all her life and cannot style her daughter's hair beyond a simple ponytail. Eve loved it when I put our hair in matching styles, and we often went to dinner like that. My brother and Sarah thought it was adorable. A few days ago, an incident at school caused Eve's hair to be damaged. Sarah took her to the salon, but the best they could do was cut and trim her hair to just above shoulder's length. Eve was crying and really upset. She said she won't get to play hairstyling and have matching hair with me anymore since her hair is short now. She said it's not fair that I will be the only princess in the family now. Sarah called me and asked if I can cut my hair to match with Eve so she wouldn't be sad. She said it will be a nice change of pace and our hair will grow back. I told her no. A trim of an inch is one thing, but shoulder length is too short for my liking. Sarah said I'm not being considerate as it'll mean a lot to Eve to know her aunt matches with her. Mike said my hair my decision, but my mom said it would be a nice thing to do. Am I the asshole? Top comment on here is NTA. Sarah could have turned this into a learning moment. She could have gone with patience, the hair will grow back. Challenging stereotypes and ideas of beauty. Princesses can have short hair. Being different doesn't break caring. You and Eve can still be connected despite the different hair. Instead, she chose to teach Eve that people are supposed to cave to her desires. Thank you very much for saying everything that I was thinking in a much better and more concise way. My first thought here on the whole princess short hair thing was, I think Navy Thunder and I watched part of Tangled today, and she ends up being a princess with short hair. Show her that. Not a big deal. And expecting the world to just cater to you when things happen to you is not the kind of lesson that you want to teach here, because that can be damaging as they start moving through life. And if that's how it is for them all the time, whenever they become an adult and enter the real world and it doesn't behave like that, they're going to be shocked. They're not going to be able to function in this world. They need to understand that sometimes shitty things happen. It is up to you to make the most of it and to adapt and to overcome. Now, sure, it would have been great and very touching if she would have cut her hair to match, but there are so many lessons that can be learned here and that need to be learned here that it is okay and that you can't expect people to just do that. It was a big opportunity that was missed by mom here. Mom is Sarah in this case. If OP didn't care and if she was like, yeah, you know what, I've been thinking about it anyway, she probably would have done it, but she didn't want to. She didn't want to sacrifice her hair, which takes a long freaking time to grow. There's a lot of investment in that. And this can be a valuable lesson. This can be a really valuable lesson. And hell, the first thing I would do would be freaking pull up Tangled. It's a great lesson for this. No, not the asshole at all, OP. This is another NTA. Another not the asshole story here. Sarah, the mom, asking her to do this, putting pressure on OP and saying that she's not being considerate because it'll mean a lot to Eve, that's garbage. Pressuring someone to do that because something happened with your kid's hair is not okay. Maybe her kid was just so upset that she was willing to do anything, but that's part of the problem, isn't it? Isn't that part of the problem that her child now expects her parents to make crazy requests like this of people on her behalf to try to just make her happy? That's not okay. That's unreasonable. And guess what? That's not being considerate. So flip it around, Sarah. Don't ask people to do crazy shit. Instead, teach your kid. This could be a bonding moment for you two, because the original bonding that happened between OP and the niece happened because they both had longer hair. Well, now she has shorter hair like her mom. Now it's a new opportunity. Now those two can spend more time learning about styling longer hair. There are so many possibilities here, but she wanted the easy button of just make my kid happy. And I get it. When your kid's unhappy, you wish you could just wave a magic wand and just make them happy. Just take the pain away. But That's not the right thing to do for them. And they need to understand that these kind of things are going to happen in life, and they need to be able to deal with them. They need to learn to cope. They need to learn to self-soothe. I hear that from Candy Thunder a lot. There were a lot of different ways that she could go with this, but the one decision that she ended up making was the easy button, and it didn't work out. And I'm glad it didn't work out, because that'll be the best thing for her child, for Eve. If you were going to be like, hey, I know this is a long shot, and I know you probably don't want to do that, and that's okay. Here's what happened. And if you were ever open to having shoulder length hair, this would be a good time to do it, but we're not expecting that. But I would almost, in that case, be looking at what's the damage done by that, and the damage of expecting the world to just bend to your will or change because it feels sorry for you, and that just doesn't happen. It just doesn't. Yeah, there are plenty of princess movies to go through here and to reference. Plenty of them.